Deakin University match of the round. Round 12 at Knox Gardens Reserve. It is Knox and East Ringwood. A little finals preview ahead of the final series this year. It is Division 1, second versus third, and a big game out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. And straight off the bat, we are welcomed by the senior coach of the Knox Football Club, Mike Tyson. Mike, great to have you on board. Again, a really good opportunity to look at two sides that are going to be playing at finals footy this season.
Yeah, thanks to Ryan and Oscar for coming down for another match of the round. It's great to have you down here, and yeah, it's going to be a very tough contest in the wet conditions and a preview for the final series coming up. Yeah,
absolutely. We were talking off air before. It's been a long time since we've come out to Knox Gardens. We seem to get you on away games usually, so great to be out here. The ground's looking in great condition, and since the last time we saw you earlier in the season, what's been your big takeaways from this division and the way the side has continued to perform consistently across the year?
Yeah, it's the top four are very even. Bourne are obviously the standout, but the rest of the competition, it's really close. You got to be switched on every game. I think the main thing for us is to just continue with our ball movement and our pressure. And when we do that well, the results speak for themselves.
And the club's been so strong, and the junior program has been really important with the under-18s. I think this week you've got 18 players on the field that have either in the 18s or have come through the Knox 18s. That must be really positive for you and the club in general.
Yeah, it's great. Just to have that, the local retention is fantastic. The girls, they love being here, and it shows with 18 of the 21 today being Knox people. It's fantastic.
Both sides, you've got a win and a loss each so far in the season. What's going to be important today in getting the win?
Yeah, East Ring will get a lot of numbers around the footy. We need to own the outside and flick the ball across to the open side of the ground with our ball movement. When we do that with Holly Masson and Cass Warren on the wings, their running power's elite. So we need to utilise that.
And senior first senior game for Kira Burke, another one coming through from the under-18s. Exciting for her, and what should we expect from her today?
Yeah, it's great for Kira to come into the senior side for her first game. The Burke family has been down the club for a lot of years. The old man's been assistant coach in senior premierships. Her brother's playing senior footy today as well. So to have the family connection is really important. Kira, she'll play none back. Just told her just to defend, beat her opponent, and just to enjoy herself. Don't want to put pressure on the young ones. It's about the experience and just learning the pressures of senior footy. So hopefully next year they stay on board and keep striving to get better.
Absolutely, and for the side itself, just going back to the early part of the season, you did a fantastic job in banking those wins that you're now in a very strong position where you sit in second. Even if you don't win today, there's a very good chance you still finish second, and if results go the way we think they will. So you must be pretty pleased with the way you set up the season to put yourself in a great spot to potentially get the double chance and hopefully this time be able to have all your players on the field come finals time and hopefully no injuries in the last few weeks.
Yeah, so banking early wins is so important. It can set your season up. And now that we've had those early wins, a few girls who are a bit sore, they're not playing. Whereas if you lose early games and you're trying to chase, the girls who are sore might keep playing and might hurt themselves further. So a bit of a catch-22. Banking the early wins is important. And we put ourselves in a position now where we can really tackle the back end of the year healthy. We've only got one girl injured at the moment. And we've got 3-4 girls away overseas. So to have that is great, because last year it was the other way around. We had a lot of injuries.
Yep.
So at least with the girls being away, they can't get injured, which is great.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, fingers crossed that they don't overseas. And then just on the conditions today as well, looks, the ground in great nick, but it might get a bit of rain this morning. Does that change anything in the terms of the game, the way you set up, or still probably similar to what you would usually play on a dry day?
Yeah, so this ground, it might be a bit slippery on top, but it's firm underneath.
Yep.
So even though there's a bit of rain, the conditions are still really good. The ball will bounce, and so we won't go away from how we want to play. If it starts to bucket down later, then you reassess and you change your method. But at this stage, we'll just go about it how we want to and get the game on our terms early.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, it's a big game ahead. We'll let you go. Busy day today. All the best, and hopefully for your sake, another win, and you can lock up the top two, a double chance, and looking forward to getting into the finals.
Well, we don't lose TV games, so hopefully we're
That's true.
Today. Thanks for having us, and thanks for coming down again.
Thanks, Mike. Great to have you on board, and congratulations so far on the season, as the Falcons are in a really, really good position going into the finals, and they take on an East Ringwood side who are just as well at the moment going. They've got some outs with some VFL players, but they're in some good form themselves, so it's set up to be a really fantastic game. And right on cue, we are joined by the senior coach, Peter Kane. Peter, thanks for joining us this morning. Another big game today, another top four game, and a little finals preview.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's really exciting. We play the season for these sort of games, and we've played each other once, twice during the season. Each of us have got a win, so we're really looking forward to seeing what we can all dish up today. Hopefully a bit of a psychological advantage going in.
Yes, absolutely. And earlier in the year, I think it might have been at this ground too that you won at against Knox. What did you take away from that game? Because the Falcons have proven to be a pretty consistent, strong side across the season. What went well that day that helped you get across the line?
Oh, look, I think we took away the fact that our best is as good as anyone's. I mean, notwithstanding the way Bourne have performed throughout the season. When we chip away, and we have that resilience around the contest and strength around stoppage work, we can provide as good as anyone can provide. So on that particular day, it was really the hard work we did around stoppage that got us going our way, and our confidence was up. I'm really impressed this season around how we're stronger down the back. We've just got better foundations down the back line that, with our mids prepared to work hard to get back and support. And that's really set us up well for the entire season, really.
You did mention just before, one win apiece so far in the season. What's going to be important on the field today getting over Knox? They're such a strong side.
They are a strong side, and they've got good players right down the line in every part of the ground. The most important thing for us is just we want to be ourselves. We want to play our style. We want to be playing against us, not necessarily playing against an opposition, and making sure that we're playing the best version that we can play. If we focus on those sort of things that we know are in our brand, our DNA, which really starts at the stoppage at the contest, being hard and physical and bringing out pressure around the ball. We think we've got a couple of games in our style. There is that inside work that we do, but also I think once we get the ball out into space, we've got some young legs that have got some pretty good wheels on them. We like to use that space and run and carry as well. So there's a few things there that we need to tip into if we're going to get it going our way, but it all starts with work rate, really. Yeah,
that's right. And similar to Knox, your under-18s coming through have been really important, and the connection between the juniors and seniors. How important has that been to be able to get some 18s into the side? Molly Baker, I think, was 18s last year. There's quite a few who have come through that are young, as you mentioned. How important has that been for the side to continue to develop?
Look, it's really important. We've worked very hard with the junior club around building that continuity and that transition through. We haven't had an under-18s team for a couple of years. Fit has done some amazing work in getting that back up and running. We actually have 7 girls on the list that are still eligible for under-18s, but they've played the season up with us because they want that education. They want to test themselves against the best, and they're all contributing really well. So I think having the under-18 program has been very, very important for us. But also, they're all holding their own. They're not coming in just to make up numbers. They're coming in and they're impacting on contest and contributing to the team. So they've earned the spot in their own right.
That's fantastic. And a couple of names I just want to mention. Paris Giebel-Lamb, obviously, we've seen her in previous years and been super important, obviously playing at VFL level as well. Talk about her and her impact when she's available for the side.
Yeah, when she's available, she's obviously a real benchmark for us. I love the way she goes about the contest. She's had a very hard road to get back to where she was. A terrible injury last year. But her maturity and her resilience to just get back on the bike and keep building and building has got her back to where she's at. She's played some really good footy for Port Melbourne this year. Last game she was very strong, kicked a couple of goals for them. But anytime she comes back and joins us, I just let her go and do what she does because she doesn't need to be coached. She coaches herself. She knows what's required. She knows her capabilities. And she's she's a lead at this level. She shouldn't be here, but I'll take her when she comes.
Yeah, absolutely. Every chance you can get her in the blue and white, you certainly will take her. With the sides about to go in for the final address before going in, we'll let you go. But a big thank you for joining us this morning. Hopefully for your sake, another win and you push closer towards a final series. Looking forward to seeing how the girls go today.
Thanks very much for having me, and look forward to the contest, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
Absolutely. Peter Kane there. Fantastic to hear from him as doing a great job with the East Ringwood football Football Club coming into this game, and it is an important game again, second versus third on the Division 1 ladder at the moment, Oscar, and it is the first time I've seen East Ringwood this year. A lot of different names from probably the last time I saw them, going back to early stages of last year. So looking forward to seeing how some of these younger players go today.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? They've both teams have had to rely heavily on their under-18s with players being away, but it's going to be a fantastic contest, as you said, second versus third on the ladder, and both teams with one win apiece. So it's going to be a really interesting contest. I think we're going to be in for a nice close one here.
Yeah, I absolutely, certainly do. And we'll hear from Kate Green as well in just a moment, who's making her way out onto Knox Gardens Reserve, same time as the umpires make their way out onto the field here today. And Kate, I believe we've got her down at ground level now. Kate, great to have you on this morning. How is it down there at...
Good morning, gentlemen. Well, as Mike confirmed, and as I said to you before, Ryan, the ground is soggy on top, but not very far down. It's firm, but very heavy. It's just going to be a heavy-going game.
Yeah, looking forward to...
and misting rain. Right?
Yes, well, and whether or not it starts to bucket down, you're welcome to come back in the grandstand. We're pretty well positioned. I thought we got rid of this guy.
Hey guys.
I thought you retired.
Ryan just asked, have you retired? I thought you retired.
I have.
And he's back.
Come to see Kate.
Sorry, guys, you're not wanted.
Less than 12 hours since retiring. He's back on the field. So great to have Ray Baird down there this morning. Oscar, in terms of the game itself, what was mentioned as well, the fact that it's been 1-1 across the season, and in this division when there's only 6 sides, you get to familiarise yourself with these teams so often. 3 times during the season is a lot, so it's a good little test, I guess, for both teams. See who comes out on top and see if there's a little bit of a mental edge going into the finals if they come up against one another. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting, and it is that win today is going to give whatever team that confidence going into the last weeks of the season. And it's players that are going to stand up and break the game open. I mean, just seeing some names on here as well from last games, like Brotto as well. She put on an absolute masterclass against Moralbark last time. We're at the Mustangs' home ground, but it's going to be interesting. A bit of wet weather as well, so it's going to test both sides, but who is going to get the upper edge going into the last weeks of the season?
Yeah, absolutely, because... it is going to be a potential finals matchup. Obviously, the way it's looking at the moment, Baldwin will probably play Knox in the qualifying final or semi-final 2, and then the elimination final would be likely Knox versus Murrabbuck. But there's a good chance at some stage they meet in a prelim, or potentially something else might happen. They play in a grand final or another final. So there is a very good chance that these two sides will face off for a 4th time this year, which is fascinating in its own right. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how both sides play. I think we know what what to expect from Knox, and you mentioned some of those players. Obviously, Brotto is going to be pretty important up forward, and if she can kick 2 or 3 goals, they probably win the game. In what is, although it does, as said, it is firm at ground level, it is still tough conditions, so we'll see how that all plays out. And then they've got all their stars there. I mean, Gibson's going to be important. Prentice is going to be very key for the win. Stocks is having a big season this year. And then you flip to East Ringwood, who... one player I forgot to mention to Peter Kane, Chloe White, who's come in this year. I think... from the Yarrambat Junior Football Club under-18s. I think it's a Northern Football Netball League. Yeah. Kicked 3 goals last week, been important. So she might be one that we really keep an eye on today. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see. There's so many good names on that sheet. And these top 3, you look at Baldwin, East Ringwood and Knox, and they're just absolute powerhouses here in Div 1. So it's going to be a great contest. I'm really excited for this one. Yeah,
it certainly is. And you throw in Murrabbuck as well as a side who, obviously on their day, can contend. They beat Knox last week. And I think what Knox have done really well this year is when they've had a loss, they've responded really well the week after. And they did that the last time they played East Ringwood and had a loss then. They came back the following week and was really switched on, and they got obviously the win that day, and that was pretty key for them. So it'll be interesting to see how they start this game if they come out firing and potentially get the game on their terms early. This first quarter will be quite important to see how it all plays out, as Knox make their way out onto the field for the first time this morning, ready to go today. First home game that we've had of a Knox game in probably almost 3 years. So it's been a while since we've been out here. Great to get back to Knox Gardens Reserve. In terms of tips today, now I don't know if I've thrown you on the bus here to pick a side. You obviously saw Knox earlier in the season in a really good win. Where's your mind going for this one? Do you tip the Falcons, or do you think that the visitors can win for a second time here?
Look, I think just because of what I've seen of Knox so far, I haven't had a great deal of experience seeing East Ringwood play, but from what I saw of Knox, their link-up play is just unreal, and their ability to get it down into that forward line to their key forwards down there. So I'm going to tip Knox today. I reckon they'll be able to get it done at home. So got to go with Knox, got to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm tipping the Falcons as well. I really don't think there's going to be much in it today. I really think this could go either way. So, and which is always what you want going into a game like this. And as we just wait for East Ringwood to come out onto the field, we're not too far away from the first bounce at Knox Gardens Reserve. Of course, thanks for joining us on EFNL YouTube this morning. We'll keep you updated with some of the other updates around the grounds, of course. There's plenty of early starts as well, but we'll go through some of these games happening today. In Premier Division, Park Orchards and Bronya about to kick off there at Domini Reserve. Important game for the Hawks, just to try and lock up a spot in the top 4 for Park Orchards. They're trying to get the double chance of some other big games as well. North Ringwood and South Belgrave playing later today. And also for the North Ringwood Football Club, it is pink round for them. So all three sides will be wearing a pink jumper, pink, white and black instead of the red, white and black. Looks great, and hopefully they'll be able to get a lot of people down at Quamby Reserve today, because they are raising awareness and funds for the BCNA. So great initiative there from North Ringwood. Of course, in this particular division, there's a couple of other big games as well. Baldwin take on Mooroolbark, which is another top 4 clash. And then the Basin take on Surrey Park, which, Kate, is a good one for both the Bears and the Panthers to try and get. It's been a tough season in terms of wins, but potentially a chance of the Panthers to get their first win of the season?
I would like them to have that first win of the season. I hate seeing any teams in any division go through and not at least have at least one on the board. Forgive me, just quickly catching up with Ray before he runs away from us overseas, but
yes.
He's hanging for a bit.
Yeah. No, he's joined us here this morning. He's off to China tomorrow. He's on the flight out, so great to have him watching one more game.
Just shows how close this team is
Yes.
for the media team. Just in regards to Knox and East Ringwood, today's game, I think they're going to be really evenly matched, not just because it's 2 plays 3, but I think the conditions are going to play a massive factor in, the game's play out as well, and how the players approach it.
Absolutely. No, it certainly is going to be fascinating as the captains make their way out onto the middle to toss the coin, which will be won by Knox, and they'll be kicking to the left side of your screen this morning. Big game here today, and great to have your company this morning. Kate, we were just going through tips. We've both gone Knox on this occasion. What's your tip for today's game?
I think also I've gone Knox, but on a side note, it's great to see the past Premier coach for 2023 for the women's, Adrian, just sitting down further down in the bleachers on the East Ringwood side. It's great to see that support from their past coaches for all of the women's teams. Yeah,
absolutely. I think he's certainly coaching the junior girls last year. I don't know if he's still doing that now, but he's obviously had a massive impact on that connection between the junior and senior program, which we spoke to Peter about just before, which is great to see.
Well, one of the things that Adrian did say to us back in 2023 was that, they've got the senior girls up and running, they're doing well, the program's running well. He wanted to go back and, have an impact and influence on the junior girls, and I think it's very much showing through as we come through with all the players. And I'll let you guys get back to calling, and I'll see you soon.
Absolutely. It's, both sides about to make their way out onto the field and into their positions. There's a big round 12 clash is about to get underway out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. Second versus third coming into this one. If you've just joined us, we've spoken to both coaches, Mike Tyson and Peter Kane, before the game, hearing from them and getting their insight into what is a pretty important game just in terms of getting a feel for another finalist going into the final series. It is a fascinating division. When there is only 6 sides, you do get quite familiar with your opposition. This is the third time that the 2 sides have met. And here we go for the first bounce. Oscar, take us into round 12.
So we're away from Knox Gardens Reserve. Bounce the ball from the umpire. Rolling out wide into the direction of Maston. Straight away along the wing. Sending it long. Numbers there for East Ringwood. Whitington tries to collect. Rolling ball out in the direction of Nation. Able to get the kick away to the centre of the ground. Hudson looks wide. Able to find an option on the wing. Now sent long. Nobody home for it. Chasing it now. And the tackle applied by Chambers. We'll get a bowl up on that outer wing. Minute gone in the first quarter. Tackled now is Gable Lamb. Trying to break free of that tackle, Wagner. Umpire's going to bowl it up again on that far side. Bit of an arm wrestle at the moment. Just trying to clear this one. High bowl. Just rolling away. Out of bounds on that occasion. So we put back up. So the Rucks go at it. Tap down. Tried to get the kick away, Hudson. Now a high ball. Knox trying to send it back their way. Couldn't quite take it. Margette. Rolling ball, socket inside, forward 50. Maybe an opportunity here. Able to collect their Stocks. All trapped in that contest. Not going anywhere. Umpire is going to put it up. About 40 metres out from goal. East Ringwood able to collect and send it outside of the 50. Waiting there is Jasmine Stocks. Wheels around and sends it back inside. Pack forms. Collecting the footy. Nation. It's put back up. Cleared outside again. Stocks. Sends it back inside. Trying to find an option. Standing under it. Hederick. She sends it out wide. Couldn't quite mark again. Stocks. Whistle from the umpire. Maybe an injury here early, which isn't good for East Ringwood. Didn't quite see what happened there down there, but in the hands of the trainer at the moment.
Just with the way the game's going at the moment, they've been able to really lock it in their forward half of the ground, have Knox. Every kick that's come back out has gone straight back to Stocks.
Certainly has. Back underway.
There she is.
East Ringwood. Clear it long. Stocks again, as you said. Plays on. Can quite mark it. Ball hits the ground. Locked in once again. We'll have another ball up. just outside the arc. Back down around that contest, Whitington. Umpire will have it again. Trying to break free. Able to get the handball away in the end. And now breaking through is Prentice. Inside forward 50 for Knox. Can't quite get a mark. Ball falls down again. Taylor's under it. She's locked in. Have a ball up. 5 minutes gone in the first term here at Knox Gardens Reserve. Put back down to ground level. Ball coming free of the contest. Around it is Ward. Can't collect. Trying to put it on the boot there was Wagner. And now East Ringwood able to clear it through the middle of the ground. Bouncing ball. Knox jumpers around it. They're able to clear it. Breaking free of the tackle. Able to get the kick away. Doesn't go far though. Picked up by Warren. Sent back towards the wing. Bounce favours it. Tries to break free Hudson. Does so well. Kick comes up the line. Mark taken by Wyatt. Early chance for East Ringwood. Whistle from the umpire. As Baker's tackled. Inside forward 50 for East Ringwood. Both teams yet to score. Trying to clear this one out now, Knox. In a dangerous position. Locked in once again inside East Ringwood's forward 50.
So, opportunity here for the Roos, who've been on the defence for most of this first 7 minutes of the game. Tapped down one by the Falcons. At first, ground levels McNamara. Ball comes back out. They link up again to the Falcons as they clear this one out towards the wing. Getting a hand to it that time was Beck Leah. But plenty of numbers here for the Roos, doing well. Hedderwick, who's had plenty of the ball early in defence for East Ringwood. And the tackle applied by Taylor. Means we'll get a stoppage right in front of us, broadcast side. No score in this contest just yet. Tap down, one by the Falcons. But it's all Roos numbers around this contest. Kick away in time. It's a 2-on-3 in favour of Knox. Gibson, bounce didn't really favour her. She follows it up with a strong tackle there on White. It's one we talked about just before the game as an important play for the Roos if they're to get up today. Inside 50, almost. The kick was affected there from Sutterby. And now the Falcons move this one again down the line, centre wing. Plenty of Roos numbers around this one. Hedderwick. And holding the ball. So free kick here going the way of Weldon. And Ellie Weldon will look to pass it off straight away to the runner coming past there in Stainthorpe. Stainthorpe towards there, attacking half of the ground, juggling almost a mark there by Prentice. Ball comes back out to Maston. Maston inside 50, it's a one-on-one. Brotto wants it. How's the bounce? Doesn't really favour her. Comes into the hands of Tegan Hudson. Or Keely Hudson, sorry.
Nice manoeuvre there by Stainthorpe to be that runner that come through. Nice footy brain for an under-18s player.
Well, an important player for Knox, and free kick here being awarded the way of the Roos. So Sutterby send this one back out, but they've set up well again. It's Gibson. Doesn't take the mark, but keeps it in front of herself and then puts it in towards the pocket in the direction of Brotto. Can she keep this alive? She can't. Out of bounds, and East Ringwood will take the ball in their back pocket. 11.5 minutes to play in this first term.
Ball spent a lot of the time early in Knox's forward half. Manx sending outside defensive 50 for the Roos. Put on the boot by Hudson. Able to find a mark. Looks up the line. She's got Wyatt. Sends it long. Over the top of the pack. Doesn't quite sit for Gibson. Close to the boundary line. Kept in play. Got the handball off. Gebel Lamb inside 50 takes a bounce, running towards goal. It was a tough angle and just didn't quite get the right kick off the boot. It's gone out of bounds.
Great momentum by the East Ringwood players.
It looked like great movement going forward. Little handball. Just couldn't quite finish. Will be brought back in by Holly Maston. Plays on. Sends it to the pack. Ball comes back down. Maston was there again. It's going to be a ball up inside forward 50. 10 minutes left to play in this first term. Rolling ball. It's a one-on-one. That just pushed her in the back. Did Wyatt. Sends a kick towards goal. And it's going to fall away to the right-hand side. Gee, that was a big bump there.
Well, it is the first score of the game. That moves East Ringwood to one behind. Knox no scorers. Gibson will take the kick in here for the Falcons. So despite only having a couple of inside 50s, East Ringwood may have had probably the best couple of shots on goal, a couple of chances, and they might have another one here. It's a free kick here going to Rushgrove, who can send this one back deep inside their forward 50. Came off hand, spalled across. Wyatt's in the goal square. And it will be a ball up, but deep inside, East Ringwood's attacking half of the ground. Looking to get off to a good start and put the pressure on the home side. Prentice. Trapped along the boundary line once again. Another ball up. So both sides have had a couple of moments, a couple of chances in the opening term. A bit of a stalemate as of now. See who can get the all-important first goal. It might be a chance here for East Ringwood off the boot. That time from Hedderwick, who's pushed forward and put the Roos in front. 1-1-7 to the Falcons. No score.
It's interesting to see how that momentum can switch quickly. First half of that first quarter spent down in Knox's forward half, but now it's gone the other way. And East Ringwood, first score.
And she's been...
Sorry, I was just going to say, and it's been those players that Peter indicated that were the key ones throughout this game to get it down there and to apply that pressure, particularly the mids. Actually, both sides' mids are doing really well.
Back underway from the middle of the ground. Able to collect. It's a handball off. Locked into that tackle there. Back underway. High ball in centre wing. Able to collect there. Sawyers tries to send it inside 50. Numbers there for Knox. Gets a handball away in the direction of Gibson. Sent back up the line. Waiting there at the back. Hudson. Ball falls back to Gibson. Sent on the boot. Just over the head of Margette. Close to the boundary line. Happy to see it out of play.
I'm liking how both teams aren't afraid to attack the ball with aggression, and they're not afraid to get down and get scrappy and get it off the ground.
Put back up by the umpire. Sent on the boot from Hudson in the direction of Sawyers. More movement inside, forward 50 for East Ringwood. And they're able to get away again through Gibson in the middle of the ground. Rushgrove. Handball picked off. Ball sent on the boot. Just a bit of back and forth here trying to get it out of that contest. Umpire blows the whistle. It's going to be a free kick in the direction of Ballo for East Ringwood. It goes short. Didn't quite find the target, intercepted by Margette. Sent wide. Warren. Decides to go inbound. Almost picked off there. Little 1-2 there from Warren. Sent inside 50 for Knox. Numbers back there for the Roos. Taylor. And now sent out. But it's picked off once again. Cass Warren. Just taking her time here. Sees an option. Heads to the pack. Standing tall. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Ball comes off hands. We'll have a ball up. Just in front of goals here in Knox's forward 50. About 4 minutes left on the clock in the first term. Umpire's called a trip, I believe, in the way of East Ringwood, so a chance for them to clear their lines. Intercepted Gibson once again there for Knox. And now ball comes free. East Ringwood have room to run through the middle of the ground. That's all Knox there once again. Send your ball up. Chasing it, Hudson. Sent back inside. Peaks there. Able to collect Peak. Hands it off. Sent inside by Gasparoni. And now cleared by East Ringwood. Once again to that outer wing. Butler. Wheels around. Smothered. Off the boot. Rolling footy. Can't quite collect. The bump's laid in. It's going to go the way of East Ringwood in the end. Couldn't quite get it away. Sutterby. Rolling ball inside forward 50 for East Ringwood. Numbers there once again. Warren. And now cleared out by Knox. And now a little handball. Back to Sutterby. Chasing it once again. Warren been all around the contest, just outside that forward 50. About 3 minutes left on the clock. Knox yet to score. East Ringwood 1-1-7. High ball to the wing. Nobody's able to lay a hand on it. And now collected by Stainthorpe. Through the middle of the ground. That's a great find. Ali Weldon goes long. Can't quite find an option. Didn't quite get the right bounce. Keely Hudson. They're able to move it in the end. Tegan Hudson. And now sent long. Able to collect and send it forward. Wagner inside 50. Here's an opportunity. Gasparoni sends it on the boot. Doesn't quite get the right bounce. It'll fall away. Emma Peaks there. Sends it in the direction of Rushgrove. Able to wheel around to beat Stocks, who was hot on her tail. Prentice sends it inside again for Knox. Can they convert before the end of the first quarter? Trying to collect there, Brotto. She's tackled.
So a minute and a half left to play in this first term. 1-1-7 East Ringwood. Knox yet to score. But we are in Knox's forward 50 at the moment. Tap down one again by the Falcons. Pushed aside that time. Ball comes back out. The quick handball that time from Sawyers as they look to link up and get out of this back 50. Just keeping this alive. Coming off hand, so we'll get a ball up right in front of the East Ringwood bench. They'll be looking just to hold on in this last minute, not concede a late goal after, at the moment, keeping Knox scoreless, which pretty impressive since the Falcons have had plenty of inside 50s in this game. And a free kick here going the way of the Falcons. So less than a minute, a chance for them to get one as Warren will send it inside 50. A high kick. Who's underneath this one to take the mark? Ball hits the deck. Trying to clear it out, East Ringwood. It's going to be a last possession kick. And with 34 seconds, they'll send it back in through Warren once again. Can they get a mark out of this? Gasparini's involved. Coming off hands that time. McNamara clearing kick. Back to Warren. Warren's got to be quick here. 15 seconds left. They're looking for a mark. Brotto's amongst the pack here. Taylor involved. Brotto comes back out. A chance now for Stainthorpe. And she's just missed. Not a bad attempt, but minor score, which puts Knox on the board right before quarter time with one behind, but they still trail this game by 6 points in a entertaining first quarter out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. East Ringwood lead 1-1-7 to 1 behind Knox. The one goal coming from Hedderwick for East Ringwood. We're going to take a quick break here, and then on the other side, we hear from one of the coaches and the second quarter. Welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round. It is Knox taking on East Ringwood, and here at quarter time, it is the Roos leading 1-1-7 to Knox 1 behind, and we're going to hear from one of the coaches in just a moment. I believe Kate Green is out at the East Ringwood huddle, so we'll hear from, in fact, she's out at the Knox huddle, just waiting for Mike to come off the ground, so we'll hear from her in just a moment. As I thought, Oscar, the Falcons actually probably had more of the play, but just didn't quite have those opportunities deep in their forward line, where when East Ringwood got it forward, they were seemingly pretty quick to obviously hit the scoreboard. So we'll see how that all plays out in the second quarter. And really important for the Falcons to get one back before the start for the half time, just to be able to really put themselves in a good position as we just wait for Mike, who's on his way back off the field in just a moment. Thanks for joining us on EFNL YouTube. We've had a bit of a delay on our live stream, but a full version will be uploaded, of course, after the game, as well as a copy on Facebook. Let's cross down to Kate.
Mike, a very contested but very strong first quarter from both sides. You mentioned in the huddle that you need the girls, and particularly in these conditions, to keep the ball moving. You've got to have that movement, got to have that momentum. You also mentioned about generating speed. Would you like to expand on those?
Well, on a wet day, the more stoppages you have, there's going to be a lot of numbers around the ball. It's going to be hard to transition. So, yeah, keep the ball in motion, and you use the people on the outside, and you run and carry with the ball, and it's going to open the game up and make scoring easier.
You also mentioned about having that balance of that stoppage of like defence and attack.
Yeah, so, most stoppages, you have a sweeper, a blocker, and a go-to player. So know your role and make sure you execute it properly.
And message for this quarter?
Yeah, don't go away from what we're doing. We had a lot of the play that quarter. We've got a lot of repeat entries. We just need to capitalise on it. Yeah, and that's all we need to do. The girls are playing good footy.
Thanks very much, Mike, and all the best for the rest of the game.
Thanks, Kate.
Great to hear there from Mike Tyson, and I agree. They did have a lot of the play, and here's an opportunity now for them. Stainthorpe, handball forward. Might end up with it just again. Got it again. Handball forward, but caught for a throw, which was going to come back in favour of East Ringwood, and Hedwick, who kicked the first goal of the game for the Roos, will take possession of the ball in the back half for East Ringwood. Hedwick's kick towards us on the broadcast side. Ward's underneath this one. Picked off here by the Falcons in Warren. Gets her kick away in time to Stocks. Doing well that time. Cabasales, who kicks this one inside 50. Hedwick again for the Roos, just clearing this one out, looking to gain some territory. Bouncing ball stays alive and gives an opportunity here for the Roos. And for their sake, they'll be happy just to get that one out of play and get some hands on the footy to cause a ball up rather than last touch right in front of us broadcast side. Thanks for joining us this morning. Second versus third. Here's Gabriel Lamb, had the clearance and finds a target. So going forward now, Bethune hits another target. They've worked along this broadcast side quite well. Here's Wyatt, been involved early in this game. Can they get another mark in this contest? There was Gibson in front position. Couldn't quite bring it down. McNamara underneath this one will get a ball up inside 50 for East Ringwood, leading this game by 6 points. Still mathematically alive for the top two in the double chance, but they have to win this to be able to do so. We get another ball up. Tap down one. Falcons out of the back half. High kick. Mark not taken. Going forward, trying to burst her way through was Butler. Of course, former Donvale player. As we'll get a ball up on the broadcast side. 17 minutes to play in this second term.
Ball put back up by the umpire. Trying to clear it. Good work there. Ball locked back in.
Hedwick has been very vital for East Ringwood. She's always in the mix of it and a very effective player.
Certainly has. Breaking free. Guess who? Hedwick sends it inside. Middle of the ground. Trying to collect Gibson. locked in the tackle. Have another ball up just outside for the forward 50 for East Ringwood. We get the handball over the top. Tackled, but Wannington's able to get it.
So we'll get a ball up just outside forward 50 here for East Ringwood. In fact, it's a free kick here going the way of the Falcons, so they're going to quickly play this along as Stainthorpe has an opportunity to run on this one. Kept it in front of her. Oh, that's a great pick up there from Stainthorpe inside 50 in the Brotto direction. She gets out the back, socket off the ground towards goal. She might get there first. Roos have the numbers though. Overdoing it, giving Brotto the opportunity to put it through. And the Falcons are on the board, 117 Knox. East Ringwood 117. I think that's exactly where they want the ball, in the hands of Brotto and those one-on-one contests where she is such a smart footballer, Oscar, and played that very nicely.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just got a bit of a,
no, you're right.
Bit of a cough mid-call, but fantastic work. And Brotto again, fantastic work. She's always dangerous up forward. It's going to be the first one for Knox as well. So we're back underway from the middle. Locked in once again. It's been such an even contest so far. 6 minutes in to the second term. Umpire will put it back up. Trying to break away, Prentice. Through the middle of the ground, rolling ball inside, forward 50. One-on-one, the chase is on. Fantastic tackle by Margette. Almost got away with it, Pete. It's going to be put back up. Prentice chasing it. Here's an opportunity directly in front. Taylor Prentice finishes off the good work. Knox get their second goal. It's 2-1-13 to East Ringwood, 1-1-7 here.
Well, they're getting certainly better looks inside 50 this quarter, where they were probably maybe a little bit slow in that first term to get it inside their forward half, and East Ringwood seemed to flock all their numbers back. So they've been able to get a couple of better looks at it this quarter, as I'm just waiting for the ball to come back across. If someone can go behind and fetch the football every time, that'd be handy.
Just with Knox, with that, just watching, going back over their play, every key player that they needed to be in the position that they did were. So it really comes down to ensuring that you switched on for Knox to do that, and they do it very effectively. We know that. So
2 quick goals to both Prentice and Brotto has now Knox in front by 6 points, 2-1-13 to 1-1-7. The clearances have been an area where East Ringwood have actually been quite strong at. Looked like they were going to break through for an inside 50 then, but held up in the tackle. That time was Sawyers. So ball up about 60 out from the Roos goals. Tap down 1. Sawyers again was involved. And we'll get another ball up. 12.5 minutes of playing this second term. 2 goals for the Falcons in this quarter. Beelo got the tap down, but it's all Falcons numbers around the contest there. Stainthorpe, her kick just came off hands, and now clearing out is Hudson. Finds a target, Paris Gable-Lamb. Been busy in this game so far. High kick inside 50, came off hands out the back. Who's going to be there for the Roos? And we're going to get another stoppage. Wrapped up in the tackle that time was Ritchie.
Ryan and Oscar, I'm liking how East Ringwood are not getting stressed. They're not losing their game structure.
Here's a chance ahead of Hedwick. High kick towards goal, bouncing ball. The numbers there for the Falcons are able to rush it across the line, which is East Ringwood's second minor score of the day, 1-2-8 the Roos, Knox 2-1-13.
As I was saying, I'm liking how East Ringwood have still kept their head in the game. They're keeping to their game plan, and they're just staying focused. We know that Knox can run over teams, but East Ringwood's not breaking it. Then they're just keeping focused and working and working.
Heading back inside, forward 50 now. East Ringwood trying to break free of that tackle. Rushgrove. And that call has not been thought about very happily here.
Just on the side note, that wind has definitely picked up and it's coming straight across. So any kicking towards the schoolyard end.
Yeah, you missed it, Kate, but almost our entire setup just fell over the end of the wind. But, it has certainly picked up, as is the rain, which is brilliant that it's coming in sideways right on us, Oscars.
Yeah, it is.
We'll get a shot on goal here for the Roos.
There's a white cover just to go over the back of everything, guys, if you want to quickly do that while we wait for the injured player. We came prepared.
So,
looks like it's going to be a shot on
Rushgrove?
goal for Taylor Rushgrove. Meg almost got collected with the effects, Mike.
She'll put
Rushgrove puts it up. Nobody able to mark it. Ball comes off hands. Might be rushed through. Oh, what has happened here? She might have gotten the boot to it.
I reckon it's a goal.
They're going to have a chat.
Touch.
Okay, touch. So it's going to be a behind.
Sorry, no replay effects. Meg will put in a compensation form to leave for that.
Need to get the Arc involved down here at Knox Gardens Reserve.
Well, that has certainly picked up. That weather and the rain playing a factor in this game. 2-1-13 to 1-3-9. But East Ringwood doing a lot of the attacking after conceding the first two of this quarter. They can keep this trapped in if they can win this contest right in front of us. They do so. Velo, handballed forward. Try to get it off to a teammate there, I think in Wilson. And we'll get a ball up. Still outside, forward 50 for East Ringwood. Tap down one this time by Knox. Headerwick involved at ground level. Again that time, ball came back out. Tap forward, looking for Stainthorpe. East Ringwood still trying to trap this in their forward half of the ground. Stainthorpe picked it up cleanly for Knox. Her handball came off hands. Picked up nicely, going through traffic there. Rushgrove got it off. High kick. Can they get a mark out of this one? It'll be a tough one to mark. It's one here by Wyatt. Her handball was trying to get it off to Butler. Stolen away here by the Falcons, who kick it to a bit of space. Looking for Prentice. Not able to win that time. It's Lucy Nation who gets it going forward here for the Roos. Wide involved again. Ball one here by the Falcons. Weldon, she got one high. Umpire says no. East Ringwood, the kick smothered. Stocks involved. And we're going to get a ball up on that far side.
I was just going to say number 10 Wyatt for East Ringwood has been a fantastic pickup for the club from Yarrambat Junior Under-18s for this year.
So kick forward here by the Falcons. Centre wing, far side of the ground. So really important here for the Roos not to concede another one if conditions do get worse in the second half. Make it tough to score as Stainthorpe got her handball off in time. She does again. Been everywhere so far in this second term. Just her second senior game with the Falcons. Pretty famous name in the Eastern Football Netball League. There's the ball tapped down. Coming back out to Gable Lamb. High kick. Bouncing out the back. Who's going to get onto this first? Could be Butler for the Roos. Picked up nicely. Gets through traffic. Got the handball off in time. Receives it again. That time from Baker. And the kick from Butler just to the left. So a minor score. That moves East Ringwood to 1-4-10. Oscar. Knox 2-1-13. 6.5 minutes to play in this second term.
Tell you what, that wind really has picked up here. And the rain as well. It's starting to get a fair bit of rain down here at Knox Gardens. As Knox have it on the outer side. Sent long, off hands. Trying to get that one. Sawyers. Wrapped up. Tackled again, taken high.
Just on a side quick note, Ryan, can you remember Knox being kept goalless in a quarter before?
Yes, I can. Earlier this year against Mirrabah.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I wasn't quite sure.
Locked in inside that forward 50. 5.5 minutes to play in this second term. Under that one, Ballo. Wagner able to put it on the boot. Prentice collects. Trying to clear this one. Ball's going to be locked in again. So I'll have another ball up. 2-1-13 to 1-4-10. Knox with the upper hand at the moment. Sent to the pack. Trying to break free. Able to send it back forward now. East Ringwood. Wheeling around. Martini. Sawyers. Ball comes out now. Bethune. Sent up the wing in the direction of Rushgrove. Knox are able to collect and move it now. Back there is Taylor for East Ringwood. Taylor soccers it. Wide. Now, ball sits up in the direction of Maston. Good tackle laid in. It's going to go the way of Scarlett Wilson, or is it going to be a ball up? Put back up by the umpire. Soccred forward for Knox inside forward 50. Gasparoni's there. It's going to go the way of the umpire. Locked up again. Ball comes down. Here's an opportunity. Sent towards goal. It got there. Zali Wagner. Fantastic work.
That's a brilliant finish.
That was a great finish. And that just increases Knox's lead. About 2 minutes and 30 left.
That one really does hurt East Ringwood, particularly after having a couple of chances of their own. And right before half-time, that gives them a pretty commanding, I know it's only 9 points, but it does feel like a pretty commanding lead going into the final few minutes of this second term.
And a significant lead considering the conditions that they're playing under.
It has got quite heavy here as the ball won off the half-back line, that time from Warren towards the half-forward line, bouncing over a couple players. Comes back out. And we'll get a ball up about 55 metres out from home for the Falcons. If they get another one here, they'll extend their lead to 15 points before the major break. Tap down one by Below. Warren in the middle's been good. Gibson applying some pressure as well, so we'll get a ball up here with 1 minute and 45 seconds left in this second quarter. Thanks for joining us today. Second v third in Division 1. Clearance for the Falcons. Howe's got the bounce, going to favour either side. Brotto used her body well. Got goal side. Handballed back out. And wrapped up in the tackle that time was Jess Warren. Deep inside the Falcons 50 with 1 minute or just over a minute to play. Wagner involved again. She might just put this one towards goal. How's the bounce? Through for a minor score. So 3-2-20 Knox, 1-4-10 East Ringwood. 1 minute to play, Oscar, in this second quarter.
Been fantastic work from Knox, despite the conditions as well, as they've worsened. 3-2-20 Knox to 1-4-10 East Ringwood. Trailing at the minute. Is their chance for one last score before half-time. Here's a chance going forward once again. It was Warren. Able to clear it out now is Hudson. Gibson. Coulter in the back. Umpire's going to bowl it up. Centre wing, 10 seconds left on the clock before half-time. Once again, trapped in there, Hudson. Able to get a quick 1-2. Put on the boot by McNamara. High ball. And the siren sounds for half-time here at Knox Gardens Reserve. 3-2-20 Knox in the lead. East Ringwood trailing 1-4-10 at the moment. We'll go to a short break and we'll be back for the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round.
Welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round. Knox taking on East Ringwood, and in that second quarter, it was all Falcons kicking 3 goals. 3-20 now leading East Ringwood 1-4-10 as, hey, we see, Oscar, a bit of blue sky, which is nice because that second quarter, the conditions were quite nasty with the rain and the wind. We've had equipment falling over, and the weather has certainly played a factor in this game. But we might, hopefully, I don't want to jinx anything, but it looks like we might have a quarter here with a bit of blue sky, which is great to see.
I'm definitely happy to see the blue sky. There was a bit of rain coming across as well, and set up almost toppled over, and we've got Kate Green down there on the boundary.
I was just thinking, as Ryan was saying, it looks like we might have a clear quarter. I'm thinking, are you jinxing me or what, Ryan?
Well, I don't want it to rain because we're getting hit today. So you were down at the Knox huddle. Just a couple of quick things from them before we start in the third quarter.
Sorry, mate. I'm just doing a quick interview with Peter for their halftime.
Yes, yep.
Sorry, I know you can't see me.
No,
okay,
that's all right.
thanks.
Well, we'll have a look at this game here in this third term, 3-2-20 to 1-4-10. Knox, a win today will officially lock him into second spot, although there's still a bit to play out. But here we go for this third term. Tap down one by East Ringwood. Out of the middle, trying to get their handball away in time was Hudson, gaining a bit of territory. It will land him involved once again, but got about 3 Falcons to compete with in that occasion. That time not going anywhere, so we'll get a ball up, still back in the middle of the ground. Tap down this time, won by the Falcons. Hedderwick towards centre half forward, picked off by Gibson. Looked to play on, came off hands. I don't think the mark was paid, and we'll get a ball up just inside forward 50 here for the Roos. We get a ball up. We'll go to the boundary shortly as the tap down one by the Roos. Gebel Lamb trying to break through the tackle. Gibson clearing kick out of defence, picked off by Hedderwick. So about 60 out from East Ringwood's goals. We'll put this towards the hot spot. Can they get a mark out of this? It's Stocks for Knox to take the intercept mark. Quickly on the boundary.
Just with East Ringwood, Peter said that they need to be stronger around the contest. They lost a bit of structure, and they've really put the pressure on their mids and their forwards to step up their game, as well as because the backs are working really hard.
Thanks, Kate. As back in the middle of the ground again, we'll get a ball up. First minute and a half into this second half of the game out here in Knox Gardens Reserve. Thanks for joining us on EFNL YouTube today. Wrapped up once again in the tackle this time was Hudson. So a secondary ball up, and the Falcons this time look to move it along. Prentice off to Maston. Got a bit of space. Kicks it towards the far side of the ground, and she might even be able to run onto her own kick. She does. Sockers it off the ground, picks it up. That time brought down in the tackle by Peake, giving East Ringwood an opportunity, but they've turned it over into the hands of Wagner. Zally Wagner for the Falcons. Puts this towards centre half forward. Came off hands but worked out okay. Now the handball forward. They've moved this long to Warren. Just lost it at the wrong time. Picked off by Hudson. And a free kick here going the way of the Roos. Hudson at centre half back.
Just quickly for Knox, Mike said overall that it was a better quarter for them with regards to momentum, and they need to keep that going. And basically the mids and wings with their run and carry was the biggest change in the second quarter as it created deep entries, and they just need to keep that going.
Thanks for that, Kate Green, boundary side. 3 minutes into the third term, 3-2-20. Knox to East Ringwood, 1-4-10. Trying to wheel around here. Kick up the line. Good mark taken by Gibson. Plays on, heads inside, forward 50. Rolling ball. Able to collect there is Stocks. Sends it on the boot. But it's just wide of the goals. Can't quite find Brotto down there. So it'll be brought back into play. Sent long. Out the back of the pack. It's going to go the way of East Ringwood. Ball falls short. First sign of sun today as well here at Knox Gardens Reserve. Able to collect. Whitington. Wheeling around. Hudson.
Beware of the caller's weather jinx there, Oscar.
Warren puts it inside forward 50 and able to mark there. It's Tamara Stocks. She wants to go short. Fantastic setup. Straight to the hands of Dylan Margette. Just under 5 minutes gone. The kick from Margette is just going to come off hands, and it's going to be a minor score. So another behind.
Again, Knox doing what Mike has wanted them to, particularly the forwards, just to move, block, sacrifice, and to give off to someone in a more clearer position.
So out of defence here, Warren was first to the footy. 3-3-21 to 1-4-10. It's an 11-point lead to the Falcons. 15 minutes to play in this third term. Tap down one this time by East Ringwood. Hedderwick clearing kick. It's going to come straight back. A lot of numbers around this contest. Wagner was involved. The ball comes back out to Gibson. Gibson inside 50. No mark to be taken. There might be a chance for the Roos to escape their back half. Stainthorpe used her body well. Picked up by Taylor. She's wrapped up by Stocks, and we'll get another ball up inside their forward 50, the Falcons. They win the tap down. Fell into the hands of Warren. Stocks again. And this time we'll get a ball up. So we're still inside the Falcons attacking forward 50.
And Knox continuing to stick to the game plan for this last half. Pressure, spoil and harass. And be, particularly for the mids, to be a 40-metre player and use the outside player to gain further entry into their 40 metres.
So tap down in favour of the Roos as Hudson clears this kick out. Came off hands that time through Wyatt. Stocks did extremely well. Puts a high kick inside 50. Off hands once again. Warren at ground level. Did she get her handball off in time? Umpire says yes. Hedderwick involved again. Warren's a bit sort of off that tackle. Back up on her feet, and we're still inside the forward 50 for the Falcons.
.13 minutes left in the third term. Off the hands of Gibson. Umpire's going to put it back up. Able to get the tap down. Armstrong Smith. Inside forward 50 again. Able to wheel around there. Stocks. Now ball up once again. Able to get the handball off. Tried to find Stainthorpe, couldn't find it. Stocks is wrapped up. Tap down. Straight back into congestion. It's going to be another bowl up inside 50. Prentice. Held up with the footy. Here's an opportunity. Breaking away with Zali Wagner. Now able to collect. Bethune. Good mark taken by Ibtesson. Quick handball. Locked up once again. 3-3-21 to 1-4-10. Knox getting a bit of confidence here as they go inside forward 50 again. Margett goes quickly. Stainthorpe over the top. Stocks ran into trouble. Able to get the handball back away. Chance, Maston. Kick comes wide. Just trying to find layup. Ball will go out of play. So, in the pocket here, could be an opportunity for Knox. Handball in the direction of Maston. Locked in again. Stocks puts it on the boot quickly towards goal. Way to the right-hand side for a minor score. So 4-3-22 to 1-4-10.
So it's an even 12-point game as Hudson takes the kick in here for the Roos. Clearing their back half, but again, the numbers just favour the Falcons. It's Burke on debut, puts it inside 50. No mark taken, still a dangerous area here for the Roos. Stocks with the tackle. We'll get another ball up, but we're deep inside Knox's forward half of the ground. They've probably dominated the first 10 minutes without getting a major on the board. Can they get one here through Maston? She handballs it forward to Margett, who's been involved a lot in this quarter. Back again to Maston, who did potentially cop one high and has won herself a free kick. Be a tough angle from here. Right on the boundary line. So I'll take her absolute best, or we'll certainly look at the goal square. She extends the angle and puts it towards goal. Not a bad attempt, but just a minor score. So another behind for Knox. They're 3-5-23. East Ringwood 1-4-10. We've got 9 minutes to play in this third quarter, but the Falcons well and truly in control of this one.
East Ringwood just need to lift a bit, I reckon, at the moment. Knox have started to gain a bit of momentum. Good mark under that one, Butler. Goes short, intercepted. He's looking to find Wilson. Instead picked off by Margett. Margett ran into trouble. Into the hands of Chambers, inside forward 50. Flying through there was Maston.
Just with East Ringwood at the moment, they're really just looking towards the pack. They're not taking that extra second or two to look outside the pack to lose players, which they do have that they could target.
There's almost a chance for Gasparoni. Stocks around the footy. Manx there as well. Able to hand it off. Good tackle from Maston. They're able to clear it in the end. Not as far as Capsalis though. So, Capsalis, top of the goal square. Too many numbers there for East Ringwood. Wilson. Good tackle laid in there on Stocks. Been all around the footy. Stocks so far in that forward line. He's going to get penalised on this occasion though. Chance for East Ringwood to send out wide to Hedrick. Wheels around one. Sends it up the line. Intercepted. Jasmine Stocks. Locked in again. It's going to be a free the way of East Ringwood. So look to send it up towards the boundary line. Has options long. Good mark taken by Scarlett Wilson. Chance for East Ringwood to send it forward now. Good intercept mark. Picked off by Burke. Long ball. Off hands of Jasmine Stocks. Good tackle.
Burke is having a very positive game for her first senior game.
5.5 minutes left on the clock. Good from Cap Salas. Close to the boundary line. Keeps it in Brotto. Back to Brotto. Handball over the top. Warren couldn't quite get it on the boot as it's off hands and goes out of play. 3-5-23 to 1-4-10. Knox leading at home here at Knox Gardens Reserve. As the rain and the wind have started to die down, thankfully.
Yes.
We'll second that and third that.
So maybe an opportunity here. Good mark. Jess Warren. Got options on. Top of the goal square. Ball falls down. That could be holding the ball. That's trouble. It is. It's going to be a good opportunity here for Gasparoni. On a bit of an angle. Just going to go around the body. Oh, it's hit the post. Not a bad effort there from Gasparoni. So at the minute, 3-6-24 to 1-4-10. Knox in the lead at the moment with 4 minutes left on the clock.
There's a 14-point lead as Hudson to bring this in for the Roos, this time going to the far side of the ground. Unfortunately, that goes out without touching hands, so there'll be a ball for Knox as Weldon looks to play on straight away, sends it inside 50, picked off that time by Tegan Hudson, who goes back in the same area and finds Gable Lamb, who's got a bit of space, uses the ball well. This is a good play here from East Ringwood as they've got numbers. The handball forward, that time from Studderby. Stocks might run onto this first here for Knox. She does. Wrapped up. And we'll get a ball up inside 50 for the Roos. Good quick transition for them. So although they haven't had much of the play, they haven't conceded a goal. Just the 4 minor scores as Stocks clears this one out. Weldon's on the far side. It's picked off again by the Roos, who they go forward. They can't get a mark out of this one. Stocks did extremely well, almost to take that. And we'll get our ball up just inside the forward 50 arc for the Roos. 1-4-10 trailing Knox 3-6-24. Trying to burst through the pack there, couldn't quite. Around that was Wyatt. Been good today again, coming off a 3-goal game last week. Tap down one by the Falcons once more. Gibble Lamb involved. Tried to soccer that one off the ground, did Warren. Gibble Lamb chasing this one, gets her handball off in time. And running herself into trouble that time was Wilson. Had a couple of Falcons to beat. And Margate, who's been big in this quarter, is rewarded with the free kick holding the ball. She looks to play on, picked off by Wyatt. Wyatt will send it forward, but it's just all numbers for the Falcons. Slipped through the hands of Stocks that time. And she does redeem herself with an important tackle that time on Martini. Tap down one once again by the Roos. And that time Whittington can't get any space. We'll get a ball up, but right where they want it. They do need a goal here before three-quarter time to give themselves a true chance going into the last quarter. Weldon links up with Burke under a lot of pressure towards the top of the square. The mark was dropped, but still a chance off the ground. Almost a big opportunity there for Sutterby, but just a minor score, which moves the Roos to 1-5-11. Knox 3-6-24. We've got less than a minute and a half to play, Oscar, in this third term.
It was a good opportunity. Still got time, East Ringwood, if they can keep it in. Close to the boundary, it'll go out of play. So the umpire put it back up here. Good work in the ruck, Armstrong-Smith. Prentice. Tackled there was Margette. Holding. So it's going to go the way of Knox. About 30 seconds left. Margette. Long ball off hands, close to the boundary again, goes out of play. 3-6-24 to 1-5-11. Knox still leading here. Good work again. Armstrong-Smith. Put high. Standing under it. High tackle. The siren's going to go though and beat him. 3/4 time at Knox Gardens Reserve. It's Knox leading 3-6-24 to East Ringwood 1-5-11 in your Deakin Uni Women's match of the round. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after a quick break.
Welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round. It is Knox taking on East Ringwood, and three-quarter time here at Knox Gardens Reserve. The Falcons lead 3-6-24 to East Ringwood 1-5-11. No goals kicked in that third term, but it was mostly inside Knox's forward 50. They had 3 or 4 behinds in that quarter. Weren't able to capitalise with a goal, but they certainly dominated most of that term. In just a moment, we're going to hear from Peter Kane, the East Ringwood senior coach, as he addresses the troops once more before this final term. Not game over just yet, 13 points, but they're going to probably need the first one pretty quickly just to swing the momentum back in their favour to East Ringwood. But they did have a late scoring shot, didn't they, in that last quarter, Oscar?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just all they need is a couple opportunities up forward. We saw earlier on they just got to run away and a bit of momentum, and that's all they need, East Ringwood.
Yeah, I agree.
They're fantastic at that. So if they can just get an opportunity or two, the game's still not out of their grasp. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this final term.
Yeah, they still have a pretty strong midfield who have had some influence today, particularly with Gable M in the side. But we're going to cross down to the boundary in just a moment as we hear from Peter Gain before this final quarter from Knox Gardens Reserve, and we'll pass it down to Kate now, who has the senior coach of the East Ringwood Football Club.
Sorry there, guys. I'm just chasing Peter down. Peter, your defence held up really well in that quarter. And as you said to the girls, it's still within your grasp. What are the key points moving forward for that to become actually in your grasp?
Look, the key thing for us is we have to start winning the ball consistently around contests. We've been beaten badly around the stoppages. They're moving the ball out of contest, getting it from inside to outside a lot better than we are. We've just been really reactive in there, which puts a lot of pressure on our defenders. Our defensive running hasn't been great. So we've just been a little bit falling apart, a little bit down stoppage, and allowing them to dictate the play.
You also mentioned to your mids to go out there and do all or do nothing. All or nothing was the message to your mids. And you also mentioned to actually all of the players, be accountable, use that aggression, use that block, use that momentum.
Yeah, look, we don't want to try and save a game that we're going to lose. I'd sooner throw all stops in and win the game, lose the game trying to win it rather than just trying to save a game. That's really important for us. And the accountability factor has been a little bit off our normal game today. Just blocking and supporting and communicating to your teammates and allowing them a free run. Doing those things that don't really get noticed, don't get you possessions, but they get the ball going your way for your team. We just need to be a little bit more selfless is what we're about.
Thanks very much, Peter, and all the best for the rest of this quarter and for the last 2 games of the normal season.
Terrific. Thanks, Kate. Good luck.
Here we go. East Ringwood had a couple of chances here now through Hudson. Kick inside 50. Can they get a mark out of this one? Ball out the back will go into the hands of Stocks, who's got 3 roos to beat. Gets her hands off in time, but Gibble M might be able to get onto this one first. She's wrapped up in the tackle this time, and we'll get another ball up, but 25 metres out from the roos goals. Tap down. Ball going nowhere, so still in a very dangerous spot of the ground here for East Ringwood, trying to get back into this game. Still alive, still 13 points, so first one would really help. And White potentially may have got a free kick. And she's a little bit sore on ground level, so back up on her feet though, which is good. She'll probably come off the ground here. In fact, she'll stay out there, so
just a little winded there, Ryan.
We'll see if she can get involved in this one, because the ball was coming in her direction but out of bounds, and we'll do it all again. Have to kick the first one, you'd think, probably in the first 5 or so minutes of this quarter, if there any chance. Wagner got hands to it. White again involved. Another stoppage. Almost 3 minutes into this final quarter. Tap down one by the roos. Gable Lamb, a high kick. Can they get a mark out of this one? Gibson got first hands to it. Got a fist to the ball. Going forward. Swung in the tackle there. Rushgrove as she got rid of it. And now it's out of bounds on the full. And Stocks will take this to Knox.
So brought back in by Stocks. Bouncing ball. Couldn't quite get the hands to it. Umpire's going to bowl it up once again. Inside forward 50. And we get the handball over the top. Just over Ibtessem. Now running through is Hudson. Maybe a chance on goal. Not quite.
One of the things in that last quarter huddle that the players mentioned, they need to be communicating with each other more because they said that just dropped off, and I'm actually seeing that happening with the first few minutes of this last quarter.
Back to a 2-goal margin, 3-6 to 1-6. The Roos looking to get a mark inside 50. Ball hits the deck. Still alive though for Wyatt. Stocks has been excellent today. And she manages to get a kick out, almost a mark taken, but it's going to come straight back. The kick forward from Sutterby. Headerwick. Wyatt. Gibble Lamb there, throwing themselves at the ball. And they're deep inside their forward 50 once again. Well, a goal will suddenly put it back to 6 points. And there's an opportunity now. Did that just clear the line from Rushgrove? It has. And the Roos are back in this game. Oh, no, it was touched.
Yeah, just the fingertip.
Touched on the line. So a very close call there. 1-7-13 East Ringwood. Knox 3-6-24.
A little bit of those basketball skills there. Oscar and Ryan jumping up.
Who was it that got there?
I couldn't see their number. I apologise.
Cleared outside of defensive 50. Taken without it was Weldon. Not called by the umpire. Play on. Ibtessem. And now locked in. Gibson. Went one way. Decided against it. Sent it the other way. Rolling ball. And that's going to be a possession for Kate Green down there. Oh, no. Rolled past it.
I'll take a rain check on that possession there, right, Oscar?
Brought back in by Nation.
I don't qualify.
Sawyers. Ibtessem.
Nice mark under pressure.
Sent forward by Ali Ibtessem. Ballo. Bethune. Maybe an opportunity tucked on an angle. Rushgrove falls away for a minor score. So 1-8-14 to 3-6-24. East Ringwood still trailing here.
Well, they're certainly going to throw everything they have at it in this last quarter. And important for Knox not to go too far into their shell and go too defensive here. They've still would love to get one themselves and ice the game, but at the moment, a goal from East Ringwood would put it back to 4 points and really give them a chance. And Hudson here was a long way out, but we'll see where the leads come from. She puts a high kick towards the top of the square. Plenty of players from both sides. Out the back, it came off hands. Who's going to get there first? Looks like it'll be the Falcons. Soccering it off the ground, trying to escape their back half. Wilson almost picked up, got Brotto now to compete with. We'll get a ball up just on the forward 50 arc here for East Ringwood. Trail this game by 10 points. Just over 12 minutes of play. Plenty of time left on the clock. Prentice, and across the line it goes. So, bit of a challenge here for Knox as well, just to hold off a Roo side who have come into this last quarter, guns blazing. And again, we'll get another stoppage. So ball up right on the arc. Tap down one by the Falcons, but a lot of numbers here for Knox. Stainthorpe's high kick creates a bit of space, tapped across the line. And they're just desperately trying to get this as far away from their defensive half of the ground as they can. Prentice doing well. Margaret clearing kick. Brotto in front position. Pushed aside that time by Below. Got a handball out to Butler. Under a lot of pressure. Another big tackle. And we'll get another ball up right in front of us broadcast side. Thanks for joining us, EFNL YouTube. This is second versus third in Division 1. A win today for Knox officially locks the double chance up for them. Kicked forward by the Falcons. Gibson. And again on this broadcast side, it's held up, but Knox just slowly starting to gain some territory their way. Tap down this time, won by the Roos. And the pressure from Gable Lamb wrapping up Burke in the tackle.
Just quickly, do we have an update on the Baldwin-Mooroolbark game?
No, I don't think so.
About 10.5 minutes to go in the final term. Wilson was near it. Here's an opportunity for East Ringwood. Sawyer's inside forward 50. Baker sets it up, top of the square. Can't quite take the mark. McNamara's around it. It's going to be locked in. Cleared back out, tackled, holding the ball. Big call by the umpire. Big tackle in the context of this game. Rolling ball towards the boundary, goes out of play.
You can really see that East Ringwood is desperate to get that goal, just to get it closer and potentially get a second on it, because their momentum is on fire at the moment.
There's plenty of time still. Nine and a half minutes left.
We have a blood rule for the East Ringwood player that was in that tackle.
Ball put back up. Working well there, Ibtessem to get it out. Rolling ball. Good little tap there from Butler. Close towards the boundary. It's going to go out of play. 3-6-24. Knox. 1-8-14. East Ringwood still trailing. But a goal just brings them back. Here's an opportunity, a good run on. Stainthorpe. Still around it. Hot on her tail is Peake. Peake puts it on the boot. Here's an opportunity, possibly Rushgrove. Falls away to the right-hand side. Couldn't quite compose herself on the run there on this occasion. So it's 1-9-15 East Ringwood to 3-6-24 Knox.
Just a quick update. East Ringwood player number 5, Jennifer Saunders, is off. We're under blood rule and also under trainer assessment.
So Stocks, the clearing kick. It's going to be held up here and there. Right on the forward 50 arc for East Ringwood. So this game's still alive. 3-6 to 1-9. And it's been a very strong last quarter from East Ringwood, who have another opportunity from just outside forward 50. Hedderwick's going to send this forward. Can they get a mark out of this? Underneath, that was Stocks. Spalling it across the line. McNamara involved. And they are just desperate for a goal here. It's still 9 points.
You said plenty of time left on the clock as well. If they can just get a quick one, East Ringwood, it's still on.
Well, they've had the 5 scoring shots. There's 0 goals, 5 in this last quarter. Probably similar to the way Knox dominated the third term without putting it on the scoreboard. And they'll get another opportunity. Gebelam is going to extend the angle, you would think, and put this as far as she can towards goal. If one player for East Ringwood's going to kick this, it would be her. She does extend that angle, puts it towards goal. It's just going to fall short. Can they get a mark out of this? Gibson under a lot of pressure here. Kick back out. Hedderwick gets it off to Gebelam. Tucked away in the pocket. Her kick still alive. Still open. Hudson Hudson towards goal and has missed. So another golden opportunity there for East Ringwood. That moves them to 1-10-16. Knox 3-6-24. So if you said they had 6 scoring shots to zip in the last quarter, you think they probably hit the lead, but they are 0 goals 6 in this last quarter. So 8 points. Knox hold on, and we've got 6.5 minutes left, Oscar.
Just lacking a little bit of composure in front of goal at the moment, East Ringwood. Can they try and lock it in their half? That's what they need to do. About 6 minutes left on the clock. They can't let Knox get another one. They're going to have to defend here. It's going to be a ball up. Tap down. Here's an opportunity. Hudson, inside forward 50. Trying to pick that one up was Burke. Gets away with it. Ibtessem was coming in there. Taylor tackled. Another ball up. Got to try and stop Knox from getting a clearance. They might get away with it though. Stainthorpe. Ball out wide. Around that one as well, Brotto. Sent long towards Gasparoni. There's good work there from Rushgrove. No one there in the middle of the ground. Here's a chance, all on her own. Just falls away. Beck Leah there. Just couldn't quite finish that one off on the run. So it'll be another minor score with 4 minutes and 30 left on the clock, Ryan.
Yes, 3-7-25 to 1-10-16. That would have iced it officially. So East Ringwood, there's a faint pulse just alive, but the Falcons have probably steadied the ship here. Weldon moved it forward. Prentice uses Wagner again. Wagner off the right boot towards the pocket. Can they get a mark out of this one? Came off hands. There's Leah again. Her kick was touched. Ball comes back out. Kick forward that time. Capsalis, Brotto, almost a mark and in their pocket. And with 4 minutes left and East Ringwood still needing 2 goals, it would look from here that Knox should hold on and win this game and officially lock up the double chance. Wagner gets past her opposition, puts this one towards goal, minor score. So 3-8-26 Knox, 1-10-16 East Ringwood. 3.5 minutes to go. Behind's probably not the worst thing for East Ringwood here as they get the ball back. And just got to be perfect from here though.
They really need to get the ball forward and they need to do it quickly. Comes over the back in the direction of Gable Lamb. Knox numbers all around the contest. No one to get it off to, and it's locked in again on the outer side. 3 minutes left on the clock now. High ball. Sitting under it was Butler. Sends it long, outer wing. Able to collect. Gable Lamb. Here's the run they need. Here's a chance for East Ringwood if they can steady inside forward 50. Ball sits. McNamara. What a tackle. And might still get there. McNamara finishes it up.
What a goal. What a run.
East Ringwood is still alive. Can you believe that?
Well, fantastic run from Gable Lamb on the far side of the ground and put it in the perfect position for McNamara. Stocks did extremely well there, Oscar, just to, we thought was almost a goal-saving tackle, but just couldn't quite. And off the ground, and that is back to 4 points, 3-8-26 to 2-10-22. 2 minutes left on the scoreboard. Can they steal it? The death of this game. Back in the middle it goes again. They'll need the clearance. Tap forward, here's Gable Lamb trying to run on. It's Hudson first, who's wrapped up and will get a stoppage. Just less than 2 minutes left in this one. It's 60 out from the Roos goals. They've dominated this last quarter. 1 goal 6 to 1 or 2 behind Knox. Free kick here going the way. It's advantage of East Ringwood. Butler inside 50. Trying to trap that one was Sawyers. Wrapped up in the tackle. So 1 minute and a half left, and we are in East Ringwood's forward 50 of the ground. They're 2 goals 10 to 3 goals 8. Stocks, who's been good all day, got it to Prentice. Back to Stocks to Prentice. They just can't get out of the back half. Another ball up. We're just over a minute left to play in this final quarter. 4 points in it. Tapped down one by the Falcons again. They're just looking to soak up as much time as they can through these stoppages. Prentice, her kick away in time, came off hands. Butler's going to send it forward again for the Roos. Can they get a mark out of this one? Gable with the spoil. She taps it in front of herself. Wraps up Brotto in the tackle. Copped her a little bit high. And Brotto's won the free kick here.
A little bit of argy-bargy.
Or in fact, it might even be a ball up. Looks like it. No, it is a Brotto free kick. So 30 seconds left. And you've got the ball in one of the most experienced players on the ground from a Falcons point of view. And she'll just send a long kick towards the boundary line, looking to kill this contest. And the stoppage here with 20 seconds. They're just going to do enough.
You're just going to be careful there in those dying seconds. It's costly to give away a high like that.
And they're going to hold on, Oscar. In a thrilling finish out here in Knox Gardens Reserve. They put everything into this last quarter, East Ringwood, but they're going to just fall short as Knox hold on and lock up the double chance in Division 1.
What a brilliant fourth quarter from East Ringwood, though. It was and great defence from Knox as well.
The preview for what's to come in this final series, and Knox win it 3-8-26 to 2-10-22 East Ringwood. A 4-point win, and Oscar, they can officially lock up the double chance now.
They can. You almost want that game to keep going on. If they just had a couple of minutes more, who knows what had happened, but fantastic job from Knox out here today. They lock in the double chance, and despite the weather and the conditions, they've held on in a great contest.
Gentlemen, I'm just going to track down the captain of the Knox team, Holly Gibson. So hang with me.
That's all right. We'll hear from Kate Green and Holly Gibson in just a moment as both sides shake hands after that game. A great contest between the two sides, and you know, we're going to see these two feature in the final series. Whether or not they come head-to-head, I'm not sure just yet. We'll obviously see how that all plays out, but there's a very good chance that they could meet at some stage. It's 2-1 for the season in favour of the Falcons, but as we saw in that last quarter, they never gave up East Ringwood. They kept the game alive, and as you said, Oscar, maybe a couple more minutes, they might just pinch that game, but a good win for Knox. They held on. Potentially they went a little bit defensive in that last quarter and probably maybe took the foot off the pedal a little bit and went away from what was going so well in the first 3 quarters. But we've got Kate Green, who's going to be interviewing Holly Gibson down at ground level. Kate, all yours.
Hi, Holly. Sorry, I got you because your evil coach dobbed you in for it. Congratulations on a really exciting game, particularly that last quarter. You've now locked in.
Yeah, we have.
Both second place and a double chance. How are you feeling?
Really good. That really puts us in a good spot for the finals. It's not every day you get that double chance, so to have that, that's really, really good. East Ringwood, though, they are a great team to verse. I enjoy versing them very thoroughly, so that was an awesome game by both teams.
What's your take on that last quarter from being on the boundary? It was looked incredibly intense. There was no prisoners taken. How did it feel out on the field?
Very fast, very fast. Got gassed a lot out there. Both teams are very fast on their feet with the handballs and with the kicks as well. So, yeah, it was pretty rough, but it was really good. It's good to see how much skill we've got too, so for both teams.
Who have you got finishing off the last 2 rounds of the normal season?
I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it's Baldwin and the Basin.
How are you feeling about those last 2 games?
We're always going in confident, but also we've got to keep our heads about ourselves because both teams are still really good. There's not a single team in this division that's not good. So when you go in, just each game at a time.
congratulations again on the win. I really wish you and the girls all the best moving forward, and I take it there'll be a nice conversation with the coach dobbing you in for this.
Yep, he will definitely be getting words. Yeah, not happy about that one, but...
And there'll be a few laps at training for him.
Yeah, probably. I reckon he can do some push-ups, he can do some laps. We'll get him a punishment going.
Okay, all the best, and thank you so much, Holly.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
You too.
Thanks there to Kate Green with Holly Gibson. Another important win for the Falcons and a big game from her. She was fantastic as always, and very, very good win for the Falcons. They hold on by 4 points. 38-26 to 10-22, and as we said, the context of this game means that Knox will lock up the double chance. They will play Baldwin in the first week of the finals out at H.E. Parker Reserve, and then the other final, which will be the semi-final one, or the elimination final as I usually call it, it will be East Ringwood and Murrelbuck. So that's all locked in now. We're looking forward to that. That's only just 3 weeks ahead, so obviously a bit to obviously play out until then, but can't wait to get stuck into this final series. It's been a very, very tight division. As Holly just mentioned just then, we're going to start to wrap things up here. Oscar, great to have you on board again on a Saturday. Great to have you back on.
Thanks again. Great to be here.
And Kate, great to have you back out
Every
at Knox
week.
Gardens Reserve, of course, but a fantastic game to watch.
It was brilliant. I particularly loved that last quarter. It really showcased both teams at their best.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly was. And that's it for us out here at Knox Gardens Reserve. It is Knox 38-26 defeating East Ringwood 10-22.